This is Alex, the spiritual guide, and in this video, I'm going to talk about how to approach someone you like. Without further ado, let's get started. I will have some topics and some subtopics as we go through this video, and we're gonna list them here so you can check them out. We're gonna talk about 10 rules of how you should approach someone you like. The first topic I want to talk about is how to approach a 9 or 10. What this means is basically the person you want to approach is either famous or they're too good looking. There will be some fear that will kick in. And the way to deal with this fear is not running away from it and trying to ignore it like it doesn't exist and trying to still approach, not approaching. So this is also escapism. What you should do is you should verbalize it. The more and more you verbalize, the more and more you will realize that you're a human being and you can be afraid sometimes. I also want to recommend the technique of exposure. And what this means is you might do some things in front of them that you wouldn't normally do next to your friends that you're comfortable with, right? But you're not comfortable here because this person is 9 or 10. So what you can do, use the technique of exposure. The more you put yourself in front of a 9 or 10, the more you will get used to it, the less fear you will have as time goes on. The next one, the wheel of life. Well, if you're one of our mentoring clients, then you already know about the wheel of life. We already do it every week. It's an analysis of your personality. And if you're not a 9 or 10 yourself, you cannot feel comfortable around a 9 or 10. That simple. The way to do this is raising the standards of your life. We need something called social network engineering for this. So if you're interested in this, then fill out the application form below this video and we will do a free wheel of life analysis for you. And we will tell you how you can basically get started with your social network engineering. Third one is, if you look at appearance, most of the time what will happen is you will only be focused on that aspect of that person. In order to let go of that pedestal that you put that person on top of, look beyond appearance. Okay, don't just look for appearance. This is the third rule. You can look for sense of humor in that person. Just be like, okay, looks checked, but are you funny? Okay, looks checked, but do you have cool friends around you? Okay, looks checked. Do you go to gym? Are you athletic? Keep going with this ticks, and you should maybe write down like 10 things you want in a 9 or 10. Next up, this is the next topic actually, and we are finished with subtopics of the last topic. This topic is escalation, and escalation means moving the interaction forward. That's simple. So escalation doesn't only mean physical escalation. People usually know it with this, touching and stuff. So this could be logistically moving it forward. You're hanging out in the cafe, then you move on to a bar, and then you move on to your place or her place, or like however you want. Or this could be conversation topic escalation. So you could be escalating the topic that you're talking about. You could move it towards more sexuality or towards marriage, whatever you're looking for in a relationship. For this to happen, for the interaction to move forward and not stay a normal, typical interaction, like this famous person could be like, oh, I met this person. They meet a lot of people, by the way. I am kind of famous in my own local business and people know me. So I can see, like, if I see someone once, the next time I see them, I may not remember them. Keep that in mind. People don't remember you. You can escalate emotional buildup. How you can emotionally build up an interaction is by jokes, drama. If you share your feelings with someone, or like you're talking and then all of a sudden you see them giggle or like have fun or something, that's when you see an emotional reaction. And the more you build up of these throughout the interaction, the more they will want to hang out with you and do the things that you tell them to do. For example, you can tell them, hey, let's go to a party. They will be like, yay, let's go. If someone doesn't have an emotional build-up towards you, then you cannot convince them to do anything. For example, let's say you're going to invite your friend to move your house. Okay, you're going to ask for help. And if you didn't spend enough good times with this person, if you don't have enough emotions shared with this person, let's say you had 2 nights out, you had 3 nights out together, do you think they will come to help you? Let's say they helped you and then you ask them again without like any other interaction happening. Do you think they will respond well? No. Why? Because you don't have enough emotional buildup together with this person. Next up is positioning. So this is a topic in sales actually, but it also applies for dating life and networking and so on. Super flirty, like super bantery conversation you're having with this person. It's a super hot conversation. And what happens most of the time is that person will want to see you only once, have fun with you, and then never see you again. Doesn't matter if it's a girl or a guy. Okay, most of the time this happens. And it's a painful experience. And maybe it's something that you're after. Okay, so you should know how you're positioning yourself. Are you positioning yourself as someone who's applying for a relationship in this person's life? Or you imagine they're applying to that position? Or are you positioning yourself as someone who doesn't really matter and it will just happen one time and one time only and it will be just fun and blah, blah, blah? How are you positioning yourself? Pay attention. The next time you're talking to a person in a cold approach situation, make sure you see how you position yourself. And this plays a big role in moving the conversation forward, because if you don't position yourself right, you cannot move it in the direction that you want. And we don't want this, okay? Or you will be moving in a direction and you will think that you're moving in the right direction, but what you did was wrong positioning, and what you end up with is basically rejection at the end of all your efforts, and it's so painful as well. So what you should do is you should position yourself right. If you were a fitness coach, you would position yourself as a fitness coach, right? You wouldn't try to teach how to drive a car or something. So make sure how you position yourself and position yourself well. Okay, next up, the team mindset. So if you want to move interaction forward with someone, if you want to invite them for a party, if you want to invite them for a coffee, anything, you have to make sure you're in the team mindset. If you're not a team together with this person, that person is not going to want to do anything with you. Okay, if you see them against you, it's not a game of chess and you're not trying to win over this person. Recreate your mindset. Okay, this mindset is bad. The right mindset is the team mentality. How can we move together? How are we feeling together now? Is it a good time for escalating forward into a better location? For example, our house, or for example, to a party venue instead of like sitting in a boring cafe, right? Next up, the topic of being smooth. This is the last topic. And we have 4 subtopics for this, and the next one is courageous action. So this is the 7th of these rules, courageous action. The only way you can cold approach someone and move the interaction forward and blah, 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 whatever you want to do, is courageous action. If you don't, here's what it starts. If you don't take the courageous action, nothing will happen. So you should take the courageous action, just go beyond the fear, because what you desire is always beyond your fear. So always go beyond your fear to reach what you desire in life. And the way to do that is courageous action. Take courage. Take a deep breath and go for it. Next one is consistency. Let's say you went for it, you saw someone and you went for it, you started talking to them, but your mind is trying to come up with excuses to get out of there. For example, let's exchange Instagram, or like, I don't know, nice to meet you, or whatever. Like, you will somehow subconsciously sabotage yourself. You probably did it before and you remember, wow, I did this. Your brain is trying to trick you into getting out of there because your subconscious is feeling uncomfortable. But what you should do is you should stay there. Stay there. Consistency. So take courageous action, but don't just stop there. Take a consistent courageous action. So let's say you're talking to someone, now take courage and invite them for a party. Now when you're in the party, take courage and kiss them, or I don't know, however you want to escalate the situation. Okay? It's always consistent courageous action. Either stay with that person if courage means that to you, or talk to more people. If you get rejected, of course, get out of there. Okay, say goodbye and get out of there if you get rejected. But if you don't get rejected, keep going and stay consistent. Okay, and consistency could mean staying with with a particular person you're hanging out with right now, or it could mean constantly approaching new people again and again, and it's in the same day, like 3-4 other people, talking to everyone in the party. The next one is letting go, and this is an important part of it, because if you want to be smooth, you have to let go of whatever that's keeping you back from being smooth. If I'm thinking about how am I going to pay the rent tomorrow, I cannot speak this fluently with you and stay here, be present, right? The way to do this is to just let go of everything that you feel like is holding you back, all the worries, all the fear, or all the glamorous illusion that you have indulged yourself in. Wow, this person is amazing. I'm having an amazing experience. No. Snap out of it. Let go. The more you relax, the more you will enjoy your conversation with this person. And the more you will realize they are in the same position as you. They're not above or below you. The 10th rule is enjoying the build-up, and that's the last rule. If you want to approach the person of your dreams the next time you see a famous person, someone you like, what you should do is enjoy the build-up throughout the conversation with them. The more you're hanging out with them, the more you appreciate this moment you're spending with them. And the more you let go, the more you can appreciate the moment. Just looking through this person's eyes and trying to understand what's behind those eyes, what's happening in this person's brain, what's happening in their life. And that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next piece. Bye-bye.